Hey guys, it's Woody the Unexceptional Gamer. Welcome to Feedback Friday. Before I begin, I want to make a quick little game tip thing here. This is a very powerful class. It's an FAL with a target finder and select fire. It's like a full auto, super strong gun that really helps you aim because of this. See, like, I don't know if I'd have picked him out as easily without that target finder. It's super good. I will warn you, everybody will hate you for using it. No one likes being owned by this gun or this class, but if you use it, you'll probably own. And on a related note, sometimes people get mad. They're like, oh, Woody, you know, you and T-Mart, you ruin Call of Duty. You make it harder for me to pwn noobs. And I think, keep on talking, baby. Keep going. Tell the whole world how I ruined your Call of Duty experience by making the population of the game better than they were before with tips and tricks and whatever. Let the world know. It doesn't bother me at all that I share secret hardpoint capture spots or good class setups or just tactics and knowledge that help people play well. It's all good for me. Anyway, this is Feedback Friday where I answer your questions, so let's do some of that. Alright, so these are two related questions in my mind. Which new console are you most likely going to play the most? And serious question, why don't you play with subs on the PS3? I don't have a 360 and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. Alright, so I originally picked the Xbox 360 because my friend had it. That was why. Before that I was a PS2 player and I didn't have the original Xbox, but I switched over because I had a friend on the Xbox and I wanted to be on the same system as him. Since then I made a bunch of friends on the Xbox, and like, you know, if you were to ask me which one should you choose next time around, well, it looks like the hardware platforms are very similar. So the Xbox is a little more expensive because of that annual fee, but my recommendation is typically play where your friends are. You're going to have a better time gaming if you play with friends. It's just a way better experience. Tying into the why I don't play with the PS3 subs as much, and I have played with them before, but it's really tricky. It's tricky for a couple of reasons. One is copyright protection. They make it so that over HDMI you can't do it, and the way that my room is set up, I don't have like component cables to run into a DVR anymore, and I need to strip the HDCP, high definition copyright protection, from the signal to be able to live stream my games. And I figured out how to do that. I don't know how bad it impacts lag or anything, but I also had to figure out how to get the audio. I bought these optical cables. I'm always working on it, but I guess I haven't worked on it lately. And then there's another problem with streaming with the PS3, and it's not a problem if you don't play with subs. Like that would make things easy. But if you do play, then the software's just not as good. And I don't mean to knock the PS3, but that's where it is. If you're in the unusual position I am, which is, you know, while you're streaming, hundreds, if not thousands of messages roll in, and friend requests, that's a problem too. I can't invite you to a game unless you're my friend. Whereas on the Xbox, I can just sort of, you know, reply to a message and invite you quickly. The menus for working with the PS3, when you have lots and lots of messages backed up and when you have lots and lots of messages coming in, go pretty much unresponsive. If I want to delete my messages from my public account, then it literally takes 20 minutes. 20 minutes of sitting there looking at a blank screen. And that's just not good live streaming material. There are things about the Xbox that make it better for people that are in a rare situation. And I say a rare situation because like, if you're not a YouTuber with a lot of people that you want to play with, then this doesn't impact you. You know, just play where your friends are and you'll have a better time. That's the deal. But if you are a YouTuber who's trying to live stream, the PS3 actually is not as good a tool, and that's a bit of a challenge for me. It's possible, and it's been done by other people, and I've done it before, but like the lag between the games is really slow and stuff like that. And like I said, at the moment, I don't have this copyright stripping thing figured out. So I managed to do it for the video. I don't know if you guys saw that thing where Colin read a book. That came from an iPad, which also has copyright protection. I managed to strip it off. So I'm getting close, but there's more to do. But that's why. And that's as far as where I'm going to play next time, I'll have to look and see which console handles the unique needs of a YouTuber better, and I'll probably, like, I'm going to assume that I'm going to have more friends on the Xbox, but I'm going to get both for sure because I like both. Anyway, let's move on. Where are the next two big generation consoles going to go with motion controllers? For example, the Kinect and the Move. Will it affect hardcore gamers? You know, I don't think the Kinect and the Move are going to have a big impact on hardcore gamers. I don't worry about that at all. I do think that hardcore gamers could be impacted in the future, though. And like, here's the history that I'm looking at as an example. It used to be PC gaming was king of the hill, and it kind of is again now. It's very big. But it used to be PC gaming was this, giant thing that everyone did, and then they kind of got ignored when the new consoles dropped. The Xbox 360 and the PS3 got more attention from developers than PC gamers did for a while, for like years and years. And now I feel like PC gaming is on this giant happy upswing because they let the consoles get too old. I think they waited too long in between console versions. But the point is, historically, we have seen before developers pay less attention to a platform because another platform was more profitable. Now, let's apply that to today. Who wants to spend $50 million developing the next great first-person shooter when they could spend $5,000 developing the next Angry Birds or the next Temple Run or whatever? These games are super cheap to develop, and they're super, easy to make. You can turn them out quickly. You can just jump on trends, and I can see game companies saying, man, we're making these seriously risky games when we could be making sure thing games, and that might be the way to go. So I don't worry about the Move and the Kinect as much as I worry about the phone stealing attention that the developers used to give to us. Are you bored of Black Ops 2 yet? Well, first, before I say this, I want to say one of the challenges with having so much of what you said recorded is that people assign that thought to you for life. So it's like, if I were to say I'm bored, they're going to be like, Woody said he was bored. Everything else he ever says will be a lie or whatever. When in reality, I'm just like you. Sometimes I feel it, sometimes I don't. So what's my answer on am I bored of Black Ops 2 yet? It's starting to creep in, like when the game is new, I have this excitement. I can't wait to jump on it. It's like so fresh and cool and amazing. And now, like, sometimes I pop on and think, man, that was a really cool play session. That was a blast. And other times I'm like, ugh, that was almost like a job. Like, all right, I got up 4 levels. That's a good thing. But, I didn't leave it feeling like this was a really awesome, fun thing to do. So, am I tired of COD? Sometimes, but not all the time. Something about COD. You know what? That leads me into another question. Let me do this. How do you think the YouTube community will respond when Call of Duty is done? Something about COD always has me coming back for more. I tire slower of this game than other games. But I feel like the YouTube community has already expanded. The Let's Play stuff is very, very popular. The Minecraft stuff is really, really popular. If COD wears out, it'll probably be replaced by somewhere else, and the shooter community will shift over to it. That's what I think will happen. Something about COD has had this staying power that makes people enjoy the game for longer than they would otherwise, and that's that. So, but me, like, I'm totally fine. Here's another thing. I am so past gameplay. Someone asked me, I didn't save it, but they're like, Woody, what's your opinion on montages? They're great if you like them. I mean, montage makers are good people. There's no trouble there, etc., etc. But I have seen so many montages. I started watching tons of Call of Duty videos before people commentated Call of Duty videos. Before I started my channel, I was watching lots of these videos. So when I see some guy go like, whatever, 103, it's like, yawn. I've seen that before. I care so much more about the guy that makes the video than, what I'm watching on my screen. That, I think, is where people evolve to when they watch enough gameplay. So, what do I think of montages? They have to do something really awesome with the editing, right? Visually, I want a montage to be incredible, and I want the music to be good. I saw a Battlefield one where it was synced to the music in a really good way, and I appreciated that. But by and large, like, gameplay to me is just a way to keep my ADD happy. I don't really have ADD, but it's just a way to, to sort of keep me entertained visually while I listen to what somebody has to say. So what do I think of montages? Man, they like I said, the editing needs to be great. The gameplay needs to be great. The bar is so high because I've seen so many that it's hard to keep me entertained with montage stuff anymore. Alright, if you enjoyed the video, thought I had something interesting to say, click subscribe in that top right blue box. If you're already subbed, you can click like. Here's 2 videos you may have missed. On the left, I talk about Colin's progress and how well he's been doing lately. It's exciting to me. I don't know, I thought it was a good video. And on the right, I talk about Modern Warfare 4 ideas, Call of Duty Killer, which was also questions people asked about in Feedback Friday. And I talk about color correction and get your advice. You can have an impact on my future videos. So check those out and have a good day.